Hello everyone, I'm back and welcome to Back of the Net. Sam has kindly allowed me to do another one. So, rightly or wrongly, I'm back again. So to do the player ratings on another game without losing and managed to get the 3 points this time after a few draws. Tough game. Bristol City started the season well, but didn't play very well in the first half, but we managed to get over the line. A bit of pressure in the second half and a bit of Arnie magic off the bench. I just want to say thanks for all the love and support from my last one. Trying to sort out a few audio issues, which we'll sort out going forward. But my Twitter's going to be down below. If you want to get involved, probably the best thing to do is just private message me on Twitter. Got a few people lined up. And my first guest is Heather. Heather, nice to see you. Did you enjoy the game last night?
I loved it, yeah. Well, I loved the second half.
Yeah. It was a bit frustrating in the first half, wasn't it? But just nice to get over the line.
Mm-hmm.
Right, if we go into the player range, we'll start off, obviously, with Asmir Begovic. What did you make of Asmir's performance? I thought he made some great saves in the first half.
I think he was great throughout, to be honest. Without him, then we probably wouldn't be sitting here on 3 points today.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's come back and been brilliant for us, hasn't he? What do you think out of 10 for that, then?
I'd say 8.5.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's go for 8 out of 10 for Asmir Begovic. Moving into the defence, start with Chris Mepham. I think he made a bit of an error really early on, but apart from that, I thought he was pretty solid. He's been doing quite well. I thought the defence as a whole were quite good again. Another clean sheet. What did you make of Meps last night?
I didn't really hear much about him. Like the commentators weren't mentioning his name that much. As you say, he had that slide at the beginning, didn't he, where he nearly skidded into somebody. But yeah, I think in general they did a good job.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think, like you say, he probably wasn't mentioned a lot, but then that may be to do with he was just doing his job well. So what are you thinking? Around a 7 out of 10 for Meps?
Yeah.
Steve Cook, I thought was immense last night. I looked on Twitter and it looks like he's got the percentage, now we're doing this, that looks like he's going to get that man of the match. But I can't argue with that. Yeah, did you think the same? He was brilliant. Yeah. He was superb. I thought he just blocked everything, got in the way of everything, a proper captain's performance. What do we go with here, Eva? Do you reckon a 9 for Cookie?
I'd say easily a 9, maybe a 9.5 even.
Yeah, I like that. I haven't got the graphics to do 9.5. I'll have a word with Sam to get it. But yeah, I think
it's probably just me. I always like to give them the extra half.
The other one, the part of that defence, was Lloyd Kelly coming back to his old club, and he's just come back after a bit of an injury. And I thought he was brilliant again. I thought he was really good and got forward quite a lot in that second half with Smithy.
Yeah, he did.
Well. Yeah. Do you think he was? He's getting better with every game, isn't he, Kelly?
I mean, obviously in the last game there was those dodgy tackles where he could probably have got a red card, but yeah, this time he seemed to not do that. So
yeah, I agree. I thought Lloyd was brilliant. Are we going? I reckon slightly better than Meps, but not quite as good as Cookie. So should we go down the middle with an 8?
I think still a 7 for him.
So we go 7. Yeah, we'll go with you. You're the guest. Kind of the wing back now on that right hand side, as always this season, really, was Jack Stacey. What did you make of Jack? Because I thought he's had a really good season, but
I thought he was doing
involved.
I thought he was doing quite a lot, to be honest. I think that the commentator again didn't really mention his name, but I saw him passing the ball down to the strikers quite a lot.
Yeah, I think he gets involved well, doesn't he? And he always puts in a good performance. It's rare that Jack has a bad game, I think.
I'd say so.
Yeah, what are you going on for Jack then?
I'd say an 8 for Jack.
8 for Jack Stacey. So what did you think of Smithy? Because obviously he's been out injured, hasn't he? Got a knock against Cardiff, but I thought he worked really. I thought especially in that second half, it seemed to be a lot down his side, and I thought he was getting involved quite well. What did you make of Smithy?
I think he was getting involved, and he didn't seem to be doing the silly mistakes that he was about 2 or 3 games ago.
Yeah.
where he was sort of just shooting it across to nobody. And
yeah, I agree. I think it was a better performance from Smithy on that left. What are you going to give him?
Probably an 8 for him as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought Smithy was very good last night. Lewis Cook, who has played quite a lot this season, and I thought personally it was one of his better performances last night. What did you think of Lewis?
I thought, I was speaking to John about it, and both of the Cooks seemed to have quite an influence on the game last night. They were both like pushing forwards, and I agree with that. I thought both, like you say, perfectly there. Both Cooks had a really good game. You figured you're going to push him up to the same as the other Cook for a 9, or are we going to settle for an 8? An 8 for him.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Gosling, I think what you always get with Gosling is you get a lot of work rate. He works really hard. He always puts a shift in. Without being spectacular. What did you make of Gos?
I don't think it was one of his best games. He was good, but I have seen him do better.
Yep.
So
I'd probably agree with that.
I'd probably give him 7.
Yeah, I'd probably give him a 7 as well. I think, like you say, outstanding, but done enough and put in a shift like he always does, to be fair. Kind of just in front of them off the right-hand side was Junior Stanislas. Now, he obviously was the man that come off for the eventual winner that we'll get onto, Dan Juma. And I remember at the time thinking that was probably the right sub to make. He had a good chance with the free kick, didn't he? But apart from that, I'm not sure if Junior had one of his better games. What did you think?
Well, he had a few. I think he had about 2 chances and obviously missed them. But he was pushing it forward. Like you say, it probably wasn't his best game that I've seen him play. I've only been watching since June,
you're a newbie, aren't you?
Yeah. I've only been watching them since June, so I've seen a few, but I still say it wasn't one of his best.
Yeah, I probably agree. Like you say, he did have a few chances, which shows that he's obviously popping up in the right areas. I think he's had some fitness issues as well, so it wasn't a disastrous performance. I think it was probably enough to make at the time. Do you think it's fair to give him a 7? Go on, go with your gut.
I'd say 6.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. It definitely wasn't Junior's performance.
I feel like I'm being mean.
No, not at all. I think that's the standard that Junior's set, really. He's a top player. It wasn't one of his best performances. What do you think of Joshy King then? He's obviously just decided to stay in the end. Looked like, well, whether he decided or not, we thought he might leave. Another game for him. I think I remember him clearing one off the line. He worked quite hard, but it didn't quite come off for him on the night. What did you make of King?
I think his performance last night was better than Saturday. He seems to be being less grouchy. Saw him smile a couple of times. And I think he had a header where it saved the ball from going in as well. So I think he's improving, and he's sort of obviously he's either resigned to it or he's decided he wants to be there, and he's putting his heart back into the game. So
I'm definitely with you on that. I think we'll probably get, like you said, he played better, and I think he'll probably get better and better with more games. And like I said, it was a key moment, that clearing off the line with his header. I mean, that was at 0-0, and that would have put us behind. So he deserves credit for that. What do you think on the rating for Josh?
I'll give him a 7 for now.
Yeah, I think I've probably done the same. I'm with you on that. And kind of up top with him was Dominic Solanke. Now, Dom's obviously someone that is a difficult one because people kind of look to him for the goals, and that hasn't really happened. But he did set up our winner on the night. I thought he worked hard, collected well, but he just can't get them goals at the moment. What did you make of Dom?
I don't know. I really like him. I think he's got a good heart for the game, and he's always trying really hard. And yes, maybe he hasn't got the goals in the last few matches, but he's definitely doing his best, and that's all we can ask of him, really.
It's nice to hear, because like you said, you're quite a new kind of football and Bournemouth fan, and Dom gets a bit of criticism, so it's nice to see from your perspective that you see that kind of, he's always working hard. He's yes, he might not be getting the goals, but he offers a lot more to the team than just goals, doesn't he? And yeah, I agree. I thought he performed quite well on the night. What do you think for a rating for Dom?
I'd say an 8 or a 9 for him, just for effort.
Only change was quite a good decision from Tyndall, bringing on Arnold Danjuma.
I think it's always a good decision to bring Arnie on.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think when you look at the team and you see a strong team, but you know you've got someone like Arnie on the bench, I remember watching it and just thinking, if we keep it 0-0, we've got Arnie to bring on, and he can always provide a bit of magic, which is what he did. And I don't know if you watch his videos and stuff on Twitter, but he's always such a positive person, and I think like bringing that energy onto the team when they might be flagging a little bit is a great idea. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think it's probably more of a fitness thing that he's kind of come in and out of the team. I wouldn't be surprised to see him start at the weekend after his introduction, but it's just nice to know. And like you say, when he comes across on Twitter and things like that with his interviews, he's always smiling. He looks really happy to be there and just providing for the team. And I think he's one of them that all the fans just love him. So yeah, obviously he only come off the bench, but he was the match winner. So what are we giving him?
I don't know. I feel like I should give him 10 out of 10, but I am slightly biased. So
I'm happy to do it. I mean, I'm happy to do it. He come on and he won us the game. So I'm going with you, Heather. Let's give him a 10.
I mean, after 3 matches with no score, I think we kind of have to, really. We needed that 3 points, didn't we? So.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I say, we still haven't lost, but we've had quite a few draws in a row. So, and it probably was it was going to be another one if Arnie hadn't come on and provided that bit of magic. So he deserves the credit for that. But
definitely.
Looking forward to the game on Saturday against Derby. What do you think? Do you think he'll make many changes? Are you confident ahead of the game?
I'm confident now. I think it always does some good to have that win, and it bolsters them up a bit, doesn't it? And then seem to have the hunger to get more wins.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I don't know about changes. If Brooks is better, then maybe bring him on. He's had a week or two to rest now, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I think he's obviously been training, and Jason said that he's kind of close, so that might be one that he might be involved. And like I say, it's difficult at the moment because we don't know kind of what players are like fitness-wise behind the scenes. But
and there's so many good players. I mean, we haven't seen anything from this new guy that we're having a loan of, Carter Vickers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, him and Raquel May we've only seen a bit of as well. And I think that's a good point. I think that at the moment we can make changes because the squad's so good. You know, we just said that the sub that come on just won us the game. So we've got good options. So yeah, all positive at the moment. Thank you very much for coming on, Heather. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You are my first guest, so you know that can never be taken away from you.
Brilliant.
So,
I like that.
I proper appreciate it, Heather. And it's really nice to have people on. And like I say, we'll keep getting new guests on. I've got a few that are in line to come on. But if you're keen to come on and give your opinions after a game, and Sam allows me to keep doing this, of course, then just give me a message. More than welcome. And we'll keep playing. We'll keep affording defeat. Keep getting wins. It's all positive at the moment. I think we should all be happy and smiling if we're Bournemouth fans at the moment. So good to see. Up the second. And appreciate the support and give it a like. And just keep smiling. Up the Cherries.